Andy, the world has been taken by storm by Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout.
Absolutely. I've
it's
been
been-
taken by storm by
You've
it.
been taken by storm. I have as well. Everyone loves this game. So what better tier list to do than every single level or episode, whatever you want to call them, in Fall Guys on here. So we're gonna go through. We're gonna put them into our ranking system here down the side, and we've got them in an order. So we're gonna start with the race levels.
Yeah.
So just purely trying to get to the M first. We're gonna see where we'd put them. So first on here is the whirly gig that I've got.
Wow. You're kicking things off strong.
I really love the whirly gig. I think it's sick.
I think it's probably the level I've played the most.
Yeah?
I think because it comes up quite often as an opening level or a second level. I think it's fantastic.
Yeah, I think it's. I'm trying to think if it's my favorite. It might be my favorite race, to be honest.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think that means it's S.
Straight into S.
I think it's straight into S tier. Like there's no messing about. Whirly
wow,
gig.
I love this. Straight in with an S.
Whirly gig sorts itself out, and it's got length to it. It's got complexity. There's strategy. There's just a ballsy move down the middle, which is never going to work. But you always go, should I do it? Should I do it? Should I do it? I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. And it never works,
I love the whole strategy of just letting the things hit you at the beginning as well. This thing is so funny.
And they're flying forward.
Okay, right.
I love
Strong
it.
start. Strong start.
Put it straight at the top.
I'm looking at these next two though, and I'm thinking, I don't know about this that I've got. So I've got Gate Crash here as the next one we're going to go through.
Right.
Well, what are you thinking? Go for it.
Yeah, I'm not so hot on this, only because it's another one of these levels which is a race, but quite a quick race.
Yeah, it's really short.
It's over pretty quickly. And it all comes down to, essentially, can you deal with the last jump or not? Is all that really matters. Because so many people mess up on that it doesn't really matter if you kind of mess up in the previous gates. It's maybe a little too simple, maybe, dare I say.
Yeah, I could do with one other thing in it. Like that's what I like about that's what I like about Whirligig and like Dizzy Heights and some of the other races is that they've got a thing that goes through them, but then there's also other little bits, like the balls rolling at you or something else to.
Do you know what might be fun with Gate Crash would be between some of the latter gates, there's jumps involved. So that maybe there's a hole across the whole map and there's a platform you have to jump on that and then jump across. So even if it's just a small thing, like jumping across a gap, it would add a little bit more funneling people into one place.
My thoughts are like about a C or so.
Yeah, I think C. It does a job. I just think it could be better.
Yeah, for sure. Right, the next one I've got here is Seesaw, and oh man, this one just frustrates me so much.
You either get it or you don't.
But the thing as well is it's one of those ones where a lot of these none of them matter where you particularly start. But if you start on the front row of Seesaw, it's just such an easier level.
Yeah.
And I can't remember the last time I was on the damn front row for this stupid bloody level.
I don't mind it, but I think that's because I do decent in it each time. But I can totally see the frustration in that it's so dependent on what everyone else in the level is doing.
Yeah, I don't think I really like fail at it very often. Maybe like once or twice I have, but I just find it irritating.
Yeah,
I don't know. I'd prefer it to Gate Crash. I think.
You prefer it to
Crash? No, sorry. I think I prefer Gate Crash to it.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Just because this one, like we said with Gate Crash, like it's just if there was something else. But then, to be honest, I don't know if I want anything else in it. It's so irritating as it is.
Yeah. I think that probably means it's got to go D then.
I would put it D. I think it just kind of annoys me because everyone. I think I'd
put
it
into C, but you've conveyed enough passion to make me go with
annoying.
your D.
Just annoying, irritates me. Anyway, Dizzy Heights. I love Dizzy Heights. I think Dizzy Heights is great.
Yeah, Dizzy Heights is great. There's a good bit of strategy to getting on the right spinning, knowing what side to go for the spinning.
Yeah. And then there's sort of the ending bit where there's the little gap that you got to jump over, and then you have to time it right. Not get hit by the balls. Like,
you see that one person standing at the top waiting, like gloating, and then he gets battered by about 10 balls in a row.
It's just it's a solid level. It's a really solid level.
It is.
It's because it's so varied. Like through them, there's the spinning plates. There's the beginning part on the Or is that Hit Parade, the one where you begin on the...
Hit Parade's, with the balancing beams. Dizzy Height starts with closed spinning plates, then it goes to open spinning plates.
Yes,
and then the big spinning plates. I could put this in an A tier.
I think it's an A tier, for sure.
Yeah.
I think it's an A tier. Definitely. Okay.
Yeah.
So we've got... we're filling out the tiers. Right, DoorDash. Very simple. Very annoying.
This... Do I prefer it to Gate Crash? That's the first.
Yeah, this is what I'm thinking.
I think the answer's yes, but not by much. Mainly because once one person has found a door, everyone just goes through that. There might be 5 other doors that are open. Everyone just funnels through that one door. And if you get trapped underneath everyone, it's essentially game over.
Yeah, you're screwed. You're absolutely screwed. If you're not in like the first half of people to get through that last door to fall down, you're buggered basically.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but there is something quite enjoyable about running and this jumping into door and being like, this is it, and then it's not, or it is.
Or seeing someone else make the risk of like taking off from the pack and going to the far right door, and it just being nothing. That's quite funny.
Yeah, absolutely.
I say I still think C, but maybe like top of C.
Yeah, I'm happy with that. So put it above Gate Crash.
Oh, Crash. Above Gate Crash. Cool.
Yeah.
Right. Next one is Slime Climb.
Okay.
I've got such a love-hate relationship with Slime Climb.
Yeah. I think I didn't get through that level for about 5 times in a row.
Yeah, and it took me ages to do it.
Now I'm better at it, and I can do it. And now I have more of an appreciation for how hard it is compared to the others. Like generally speaking,
I think it's just one of those. It's one of the, when you see like the highlights or someone is tweeting a funny video from Fall Guys. Quite often, it's from Slime Climb.
Yeah, it's pretty. Would you say, even though Fall Guys has existed for less than a month, it's iconic?
I think it is iconic, and there's just great like meme potential. You know the part where you have to go onto the balance beam
I bloody hate that
where
bit.
you had to go from the what is it, the blue one to the yellow one and then off, and then it's about halfway up. People have started standing on the single one and attacking people, making them fall off.
Unacceptable.
But it's unacceptable, but it's kind of genius because Slime Climb's normally sort of about 20 people around.
It's normally 16 or 18, I think.
Oh, okay, 16 or 18
about that.
Who are left, and I've seen people get it down to about 3 left.
I had one last night where I think 8 people went through, and then basically you were in the final round at that point.
Yeah. I think, does it have to go S tier?
Yes. Let's just put it second for the time being.
Okay.
But we're not saying it is behind Whirligig. Let's just put it in there, and then
it just has to go up. It's just iconic.
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay, we got 2 more races, so we'll get these done quickly. Fruit Shoots, very simple, very quick.
I don't really like it just because I don't think there's enough to it.
I think the problem as well is it's so, you just go up the side, let the pink bits be like a blockade for you, go forward. It's not that, it's not difficult.
No. I would go D.
You go D. Would you put it above or below Seesaw? I'd put it above Seesaw personally.
I'd put it below. So put it below because I would have put Seesaw in C. So I let you put it in D.
Fair enough. Hit Parade then. I'm just not very good at this one, which annoys me. I haven't got the the swinging balls towards the end.
Yeah.
I just haven't got them down at all. I'm not very good at that.
I see. Yeah, I don't mind it. It's over a little too quickly, I feel.
Yeah,
it's a very quick level, and a lot of people get through very quickly.
It's because it's never a starting level, is it? It's always like the second level.
Is it?
I think because I always remember there's like 30 people get through rather than 40 odd. So I'm not. I don't know. I prefer it to Seesaw definitely. I'd probably rather do DoorDash or Gate Crash. So it's either bottom of C or top of D for me.
I bottom of C. I don't think it's D because it's got variety to it.
Yeah, okay, I like that. So that is all the races done. So we've got nothing in B, which is interesting, but more C's and D's actually than anything above. So we're going to go into the controversial team games now. People hate team games. So it's going to be interesting to see. I mean, the thing is, a lot of them, it's a lottery, isn't it? And it's one of the things that we said on on Bomb Squad episode 31, the thing that is so great about the team games is that it levels the playing field. It can get rid of people that are unbelievable at the races and that quite easily.
Yeah.
So the first one I've got here is Hoarders. So the big balls, getting them into your area. I'm not a huge fan of this one. This one and Egg Scramble are super similar.
Yeah, I think Egg Scramble is a better version of Hoarders.
Yeah.
Because there's just a bit more to do.
Yeah.
Hoarders is fine, but it's quite, I don't know, the swings happen quite big. So you can be 5-1 up kind of or something, and then suddenly it's you've got 0 in the space of a second.
It's funny though, because I think I prefer Egg Scramble to Hoarders, but Hoarders is almost fairer in a way because you can have that swing. Egg Scramble, after 30 seconds, it's clear who's going to lose, almost every time.
Yeah, that's true.
But I prefer Egg Scramble. I prefer playing Egg Scramble than this one.
I think Hoarders is C.
Yeah, I can go C. I would put it bottom probably, maybe above Hit Parade.
Go below Hit Parade.
Below Hit Parade. Okay.
Yeah. Again, variety is the spice of life.
All right. Okay.
Is that the phrase?
Yeah, something like that. Anyway, next one I've got here is Hoopsy Daisy, and so this one I've only played a few times, not done it too often. I feel like there's, of all of them, this is probably the one that takes the most skill, apart from maybe Hexagon at the end. Because you've got to get that jump dive down, and to be honest, I don't think I'm very good at it.
When it's not off the side of a ramp or something. When it's just floating, sometimes it's a bit higher than literally just running and through it.
Yeah.
So,
and then you look like an idiot, don't you?
Yeah, you hit the edge and you just fall backwards, and then someone else dives through it. I don't have much love for it, but I think I might be in a similar camp to you. I'm just not very good.
I'm just not good at that level.
No.
I'm thinking again, probably C.
C. Oh, I was maybe going to verge into D.
Into D territory.
I swung the last decision, so
I'm definitely putting it above Seesaw and Fruit Shoot.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that.
Yeah. We've got a lot of C, so we'll pack out the D a little bit as well. Next one is Jinxed. So again, it's one that I'm not super well versed in, but basically it's kind of like tag, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I like it. I do quite like this level, especially when you get to the end, because I've had it so many times where I'm playing and it's your team has 4 unjinxed people and they've got 1, and then it almost always ends up at 1v1, and you're both trying to find that last person and getting them.
They can be
I really enjoy that.
They can be quite big swings in this one as well. I think you can be winning and then suddenly you've got only one person left and you're what the hell.
Plus, there's always a whole group of people just following one person.
Plus, I like just standing on the spinning things and just watching everything happen and then running away if someone gets close.
Does this go in B?
I think we put it in B. I think this is our first B level.
I like that.
I'm excited every time I get Jinx because it's not often, and I'm oh,
yes,
bit of a change.
Yeah. Totally agree.
Okay, Rock and Roll, pushing the ball down the hill through the things, and then getting into the goal at the end, and then if you're last, you lose basically.
I did not like this level for a long time.
Yeah.
I've become to warm to it, and it was because I managed to do the thing where our team was doing quite well, and I knew that they were going to push it fine, and I ran forward and blocked off someone else's ball.
Nice.
And I was now that I've done that, I feel the level a bit more.
Yeah.
I feel it a bit more.
I like this one. I've always had a good time with it. I don't think, to be honest, I don't think I've ever lost on this one. So that's probably why.
It probably helps.
I quite want to put it in B.
What do you think? Yeah, maybe bottom of B.
Bottom of B. I think I prefer Jinxed.
Yeah.
The only I can see why people don't like that one because when some people were just idiots, and this one really rely on your team.
When you've got the poles,
that
you've got to kind of navigate through, that can be a nightmare at times.
Right, we've got Egg Scramble, which we talked about earlier. I think it's better than Hoarders because it's just it's a bit silly, but
exactly. There's fun tactics you can do, and
you just when you get the technique of picking an egg up, jumping and throwing it. Once you get that technique and you just go and stand in someone's goal and just chuck eggs out of it,
chuck them out. Yeah.
It's pretty simple. I'd say it's B as well.
I'm totally agreeing.
Top of B maybe. or below Jinxed?
Below Jinxed.
Below Jinxed. Okay.
Yeah, I think I prefer Jinxed.
Put it in second.
Actually.
Yeah. So B is just team games at the moment, which is interesting. Above quite a lot of races.
Very controversial.
Now, I think we're going to be very controversial here because Fall Ball is the last team. Oh, no, so it's not the last. It's second to last team game that I've got.
Okay.
Fall Ball. I love Fall Ball.
I really like it.
I think it's brilliant.
I've only had a good time.
People hate Fall Ball.
People
hate
they can F off.
Fall Ball is a clear A for me. Clear A.
Absolutely.
It's,
yeah.
I think it's the best.
I think it's
game.
behind Dizzy Heights.
Not as good as it. So bottom of A.
No. Yeah.
It's the best team game for me. It's just silly. It's fun. Like getting the strategy down of waiting for a goal to go in and then standing under its shadow and like trying to head it in one go. Yeah. It's just brilliant.
And you get some of those amazing Rocket League moments where like people are doing diving saves off the goal line and people are also doing diving goals and falling into the goal. It's great. I love it.
So good. Right.
And they've also, I think they've patched it recently so that you shouldn't ever be on an uneven number now.
Yeah, I saw that.
Makes a big difference.
That would always be really frustrating if you were like 7 against 6 and you had 6. Right. We're going to move on to Team Tail Tags, the last team game that I've got here. And so we haven't, this is the first tail grabbing one of the 3 tail grabbing games that they've put into the game.
Yeah.
This one, I don't know. Like, I don't mind it. I find it fun to just run around the thing at the bottom and just try and grab people when they get knocked down.
I think it's entirely fine.
It's a bit of a lottery, like something that just of who's on your team, if they know what they're doing, or I think
maybe a C.
Yeah, C. I would put it top of C, personally.
Yeah, I'm happy with top of C.
Yeah, above DoorDash and Gatecrash and that. I think it's fine. I think it's all right.
Exactly.
Nothing amazing. But then we move on now to the survival games. And we're going to go with tail tag. So this one is a very similar idea, but you're not in teams. It's everyone against everyone. And if you have a tail at the end, you go through.
I think we were speaking about this previously, about whether we'd actually played this or not. And I definitely played it last night.
Yeah.
And it was pretty fun. It was pretty intense.
So stressful.
However, the whole time I was playing, I was like had the tail the whole time, and then the last 8 seconds, someone fell on me and stole my thing, and then I lost. And I was like, oh my God. I was so angry. But I had a good time doing it.
Yeah.
So...
what do you think? I don't really know to put it, because I feel like I may have played it once or something, but ages ago, so I can't really think.
I had a good time, so that's why I'm maybe thinking like bottom of B.
Bottom of B? Yeah?
Yeah.
I can see
more
that.
Experience would indicate whether it should go higher or lower, but based on my last experience.
No, I'm down with that. I think that's cool. Rollout is the next one. Now, this one took me kind of like Slime Climb. It took me ages to actually understand how to not just die immediately at this game. But now I've got to the point where I don't really lose in this one very often. I've got to be honest. I'm not, just blowing my own trumpet here.
Yeah.
But I've started doing the thing where I try and throw people down.
You're a bad person.
Where you're
a bad human being.
Someone stood
I get so angry whenever someone touches me in this level. Even if they bump into me.
If someone's standing near like an edge, I just like hold them for a bit and then they fall down. And to be honest, once I did hold someone, they so nearly went, and then the rest of the time they just followed me trying to kill me, and it was quite funny. Like you get your little like extra bits of fun in there as well. So I think for me, this one I would have put it originally. I'd have put it like a D. But now, just for my like own extra entertainment, I think it's almost like an A tier for me. But maybe somewhere in between would be like.
Yeah, I would be happy with a B because I really enjoy it. My only thing that annoys me is because it's a out of 13 have to die.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can just get stuck for like ages just waiting for someone to fall off.
That's why you got to be proactive. You got to start grabbing people.
Exactly, you've got to start using your tactics. So I'd be happy with B.
I'm gonna say maybe below Egg Scramble.
Yeah.
Yeah. So sort of middle of B.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we've got Perfect Match, which is one that I don't know if I've ever actually died on.
No, I've never died. I think this is the worst level.
Yeah, I can see, because people really don't like it. I personally, I don't hate it as much as like other people, but it's so different and just doesn't seem to like fit with the other levels.
And it's too often that everyone goes through.
Yeah.
or like only one person goes out, and that if like it was always the case where like 5 or 10 people went out, fine, that makes it more worthwhile as a level. But because no one really ever goes out, I would say it's E.
I think I agree, and I'm going to put it down there just because I think it is the worst level in the whole game.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you saw this as well. There was an excellent highlight from this one the other day where someone had obviously like memorized where everything was, but just the countdown went to like 3, 2, 1, 0, showed a picture of a banana or whatever, and this guy was the first person to move, and he moved onto this square so like confidently, and then just at the last second dived off to the one next to it, and about 10 people had gathered onto his square because he was so confident, and they all died. And I was like, oh, yeah. If people started doing that a bit more, I think Perfect Match could actually secretly be a really good level, but people are too conservative with it.
But that also relies on people kind of not caring about the level.
Yeah.
So they're not engaging in it, and that's what happens. Yeah. I think it's delivery.
Oh, nice.
I think that's kind of the semi issue with it.
Block Party is next. I absolutely love
this game.
Block Party.
Absolutely.
It's so frustrating, but it's one of those ones that is so simple and then so intense at the end. It's also funny because people try and do the little hack where you jump on someone and get onto the edge.
Side.
And then if you can get on the edge, you just stand there emoting for the whole time, and everyone else is dying and below you.
It's excellent.
I think it's an A tier.
Yeah, I would maybe put it at the top of A.
Top of A, above. Yeah, I would agree. Yeah. Block Party is one of those ones where I'm like, I just want to play that. I every single time I play the game, I want to get far enough where I could possibly play it.
Definitely, totally agree.
Next is Jump Club. So just spinning wheel. Jumping over it. I like this one. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think it's a fun game.
It's really good. It's a really good level. It's good fun. You can be a bit of a dick in it and kind of
you can hold people around. You can hold people for sure.
The only thing that holds this back is the fact that its final version, Jump Showdown, is just a better version.
Yeah, that's true.
That's the kind of so that maybe thinking like B.
I'm thinking top of B though.
Yeah.
I'm thinking it's better than like Jinx and Egg Scramble. I really like this one.
Yeah.
I think it's one of the things that we're seeing is like as you get further through, a lot of the later levels are really good.
Yes.
Than like the early ones.
That's it. That it kind of works nicely in that way.
Okay, so the last survival one is Tiptoe, which I think is cool. It's a very unique level, but I literally just before we started to record this, I was playing the game and I had the most heartbreaking level of Tiptoe ever, where I had dived and I was physically on the line and I was eliminated. Yeah. So.
Oh, that is
kind of
killer.
Upsetting, but I really like Tiptoe.
I really like it. To me, it's kind of like a better version of Perfect Match.
Yeah.
In that it's kind of doing like a similar-ish type of thing, but in a more kind of complex way. And the only thing that's annoying is if you are the brave person towards the end that tries and goes in it and you fall, and then that's kind of your game over.
Yeah.
But it's also fun because of that risk.
I think it's an A.
Yeah,
I want to put it
I'd
A.
be happy with an A. Maybe at the bottom of A?
Bottom of A, yeah. So below full board is the highest block. Yeah, I'm down with that.
Yeah.
Right, the last 4 are the final rounds. So these can come up and you can actually win from them. The one that I've got first here is Royal Fumble. So it's, again, like the tail tag or team tail tag, except there is... is it normally about 6 of you, probably max?
Yeah, it's normally about 5, 6.
5 or 6. And there is one tail. And one of you randomly starts with it, and then you whoever ends up with the tail wins. I think this is the best version of the tail one. I think it's really fun.
Yes.
I like the arena.
Yeah, it's definitely the best version. I think in my opinion it's the worst of the ending ones, but that's not saying it's bad.
I don't think it's the worst of the ending ones, but yeah, I get you.
Okay.
Although we had such a good, I don't know if we told this on the podcast, I can't remember or not, but where we had a party of 4 of us, and 3 of us got through to the end, and it was Royal Fumble. And so we basically just spammed it so that we made sure that one of our team won the crown at the end, which is good fun.
And we're all wearing the same clothing as well, so it's so obvious we're on a team.
The other 2 people playing with us must have been like, what the hell? I'm
top of B?
Top of B, above? No, I prefer Jump Club.
Okay,
I think
behind Jump Club.
I think second in B. Royal Fumble.
Yeah.
Because then Jump Showdown,
real good.
Same as Jump Club, but the bottom bits like start falling away.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's a really good level. I think it's. Is it S or is it A? I don't have enough experience with it actually, to be honest. But
no, I think top of A.
But Block Party so good.
All right. Behind so Block, second in A. Second in A.
Yeah.
Because again, I've only done it 2 or 3 times. It did give me my favourite memory, which I think we did say on the podcast.
Where you just grabbed that guy. I
grabbed the guy. I didn't even mean to. I was just grabbing him, and then didn't see the other thing coming around, and we both got
so there was 3 of you left, and what 2 of you on one platform, 1 of you on the other. And you just grabbed the guy, and both you got wiped out, and the other guy won. Like,
mate,
what?
It was so funny.
What a bum move.
So I've got to love it for that.
Okay, so I like that. Second in A. Right, we've got 2 left, and I think these are more common ending ones. So we've got Hexagon, which is first. Which we first
I really like this. I know you don't like it.
I despise Hexagon.
I really like it because I think I'm quite good at it.
I just can't deal with it, man. Like, so I haven't tried it recently, but I've seen everyone's like now talking about like the strategies behind it, and like trying to like dropping down even down to the bottom level.
And so I did that last night. Yeah. I just stood and dropped all the way down to the bottom level. I ran around quite a bit in the middle.
Yeah.
And then, so to kind of clear out the middle almost. And then I left myself a good stretch to just do single jumps.
And you
nailed it, won it.
Everyone just fell down and like threw and lost.
Yeah. Someone else did the exact same technique as me. But I think I kind of cut him off so he had less space. And I think he then eventually, I don't think he was doing the single jumping. I think he was just running.
See, I think...
And it's a combination of the two.
What might be quite funny about this level is that like, currently the strategy might be to drop to the bottom and like run around the middle, and then when people do fall, there's no bottom level for them to get on, so they just lose.
Yeah.
But it might be quite funny that if more and more people do that, the strategy might change again to being like stay as high up as you can.
Stay on the top. Yeah. I love it.
I don't want to put this S tier.
It's got no. It's got to be A tier though. It's got to be A tier.
I can put it A tier.
In the middle.
So below Jump Showdown, above Dizzy Heights, Full Ball Tiptoe. Yeah, we'll put it there.
Yeah.
Okay, the last level is Full Mountain, running up that mountain, grabbing that crown at the end.
You're talking about iconic.
It's iconic, man.
This is the ultimate iconic Fall Guys.
Grabbing that crown. I mean, come on. It's S tier. Is it the top of S tier?
It is. It's the most Fall Guys of Fall Guys levels.
The other thing as well is the other final levels like Jump Showdown, Hexagon, Royal Fumble are cool because like you're the final one standing or whatever. But it's just Full Mountain. You're running towards that crown, first one to get there gets it. Yeah, absolutely brilliant.
It's the only one that has a crown in it.
Yeah, exactly. That's something. Obviously, they've just had a little sneak peek of season 2 at Gamescom the other night, and that's one thing. Obviously, it's like there's a lot of medieval themes and that, but I would love to have more physically getting somewhere and grabbing the crown or doing something to be the final level.
But that final thing which you can mess up if you're not quite ready for it or you're not expecting it.
So I've got it in the order. Are you happy? Do you want to change anything around at all?
I think I'm pretty happy. The only thing I could maybe think of is maybe putting Slime Climb above Whirligig.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
I think that kind of makes sense again because it's iconic, and now that I know it a bit better and I feel like I'm a bit better at it, I kind of now appreciate the comedy aspects of it as well.
It is good. It's just so stressful seeing that slime just amazing. Well, I think
other than that, I'm pretty happy with the list.
Pretty good list then. So obviously this is our completely correct rankings. They can't possibly be wrong at all. But if you do somehow disagree with any of our rankings, please let us know in the comments below the video. If you've enjoyed this, please give it a like, a little thumbs up on YouTube and share it. That would be amazing. If you want to hear our big thoughts about Fall Guys as a game, then on the second half of our most recent PlayStation podcast, Bomb Squad, we talked about Fall Guys in there. We also talked about all the recent PlayStation news. And we had fun. We hope you have fun listening to it as well.
Yeah, we are fun.
Come and have fun. Thank you so much for joining me, Andy. It's been a pleasure.
A pleasure, absolutely.
See you.
Can't wait to see season 2.
Oh, I can't wait either. We can probably do a ranking of the new levels when they come out as well. Where would they slot in?
100% we will be doing it.
Thank you so much. We'll see you on our next tier list video.